Tonight's topic is, I'm gonna if you missed this, I was actually logging in and then we got disconnected. It's probably a scam out there somewhere. That's tonight's topic. We're talking about avoiding scams, how to make sure that you're not a victim of these scams and frauds that are out there. So my first thought was, is there a difference between a scam and a fraud? you know, let me make sure I open up some of the microphones for our Afro economics members that are hanging out with us tonight. Thank you to the members. I need y'all to help me so that we can make sure that you ask the questions that our guests might want to hear. Does anybody have an opinion on, do you think that there is a difference between a scam and a fraud? What you think? What you think?
They both knew they were doing wrong.
The person, if a scam is a person, right? Okay.
One committed a fraud. I don't know.
They both wrong.
Fraud is law. It has something to do with legal, something to do with legal items.
So you feel like the fraud is more of that you'll hear that term more legally than, but even though that's a cute, I mean, I like that, the way that you explain that, but actually they're used interchangeably. Isn't that something? That's why we hear it so often. Like they'll have it in the same sentence. This scam, that person was fraudulent, because the scam is because of the person being caught in fraudulent behavior, right? So they are indeed used interchangeably, and there's not like a big difference in the meaning of them. So you can say, that person is a scam artist, they're still fraudulent and they're guilty of something that if you press charges, they could go to jail. But there's so many people who are victims of fraud or a scam. And what do?
Ooh, I can't hear you.
You can't hear me.
It's really, is there something you can do?
And it's real low. I see that. Oh, let's see. Try to, I'm maxed out. My beeper went off. But is it quiet for everybody? Because I
heard you.
Hey, I can hear you.
Oh, great.
I can hear you too.
Great.
Okay, I'll go out and come back in.
Oh, that was my oldest sister. You know you old. Girl, I just noticed who it was. Look, we know who. Look, Miss White, we know what that is. Girl, you old. just calm down and listen. You be all right. I know my mom is in the room. How you gonna call her old? Hey, mama. Let me see. Is she close to my mama? She's probably not even close to my mama. But I'm gonna tell you, how you doing, Mr. Johnson? So, but I'm glad that you all are participating tonight because this is real. And it's not just something that older people fall victim to. During this COVID-19 era, the scams and fraud are off the chain. I mean, one tool I must tell you, if you don't get anything else out of this, go to the ftc.gov website under scams and look. They even have videos on the messages that scammers are using. Like, do you get this one? Do you get that one? I mean, their list of scams are going on and on and on. This is sad, the way people want to separate you from your hard-earned money. Don't let it happen. So I want to share, like, from my notes. I want to share that when I started and I sent out the first invitation, I noticed what triggered it was before I even take advantage of my invitation to go to Channel 6 later this month and talk about scams and fraud. I was sharing with them that about there's $500 million within the last year of reported scams and fraud. Second quarter, it's up even higher, second quarter of this year. And now it's moved towards the gaming stuff, the gaming things. Like, it, at first you only think about, well, first of all, think about it. The gaming, who's doing the games? Our young people. Who are the ones that are going to school online, going to school from home, going to, that are there wasting their parents' hard-earned money on gaming and going to higher levels. And the gaming industry is a multi-billion-dollar industry now. So they're buying these games and they're going, you've reached the higher level. If you want to get to the higher level, you have to do this. Like, and you should have saw Michael when he got home today, and I was listening to these gaming videos, and the noises and the colors and the sounds that they use are outrageous. Have y'all ever seen these games?
I saw one.
You saw what, right? We're like,
one. And that was when it first came out. That was the Call of Duty.
What was it called?
Call of Duty.
Oh, yeah. I've never sat down to play that, but I've heard of that too. That one's like kind of cop oriented, right?
Combat.
Okay. It's like at war.
Yes.
So now I know why they have to wear headphones, because I'm telling y'all, everybody needs to do it. It's like boom, boom, bam, bam. Like, it's like, I don't know. It's way past a Batman and Robin episode. Remember all the sound effects? It is crazy, Mr. Harden. Exactly. But so then the kid gets like all involved in it. And then the kid, like, what happens? Like, they go, well, I know you've paid $150 for this game, but you're so good at it now. You need to pay another to get you some more soldiers. So you need to put $10 and get another soldier. Which soldier do you want? Then you pick the green one and this and that. And you need to get to another level. And you get the, how sad is that? How sad is that? Like, it's going on and on and on. And some of them that they're buying, they're not even real games. And some people are investing in games. Like, and then they're getting like going into like people start like crowdfunding. They're getting together these groups, and these guys are like, I'm working on a new game and I'm going to come out with my new game in a couple months. And guess what? The game never comes out. And all these people put their money into it. That's a scam. That's a scam. I want to show, and then I know those of you who are in law enforcement, y'all have heard it all. But before we look at a video, has anybody ever had a friend who fell victim of a romance scam?
No.
I know. I really want to meet a Black woman that gave away that kind of money, right? I really want to meet her. We're going to do it. I'm going to run an ad when I get some money. I'll be like, I'm looking for a Black woman who gave $10.
You won't find one. Who's going to want to tell that story?
I gotta show y'all. Let me get my, like, oh man, let me get this together. Let me show you this. I looked hard though. I wanted to find a Black lady. I was like, I'm gonna find a Black lady who is, fell victim of giving money to someone that actually didn't even exist. And he took her money, and but I couldn't find it. She didn't exist. She didn't. But I don't even want to think about her. Let's look at this. Oh, this one. Oh, hers is called The Invisible Man. We'll just look at it for a little bit. But this lady, I'm gonna share the screen. It'd be funny if I just watched it by myself. Y'all be like, what are you watching? Sis, listen. Can y'all hear it?
Barely.
Okay.
Something horrible, and she can't see it. How much money are they ripping Canadians off of?
Between $100 and $300 million a year.
Mm.
That leads to a dark world of organized crime. We're gonna kill all my family. Something we're gonna behead me. There's something more at play.
So what I'm gonna do, let me get to about 11. I think it was right in here.
Continues.
All right, here it comes. It's invisible.
His sisters, that's a beautiful shot. Yeah, that was great.
Karen Ringham is remembering the good times with her sister Colleen.
That's a nice one. Yeah. Yeah, we were great together.
But it's these photos on the iPad Colleen left behind that tell of life. Picture after picture of everything she once owned. Furniture, art, even as Colleen tried desperately to raise money. The victim
I can't hear it.
that built her out of almost $1 million. When you found out that she had put her house up for sale, you must have realized she is in this very deep.
Yeah. So I'm stuck knowing that she is involved in something horrible and she can't see it.
On October 9th, 2018, Colleen died by suicide, 2 years after meeting who she thought was the man.
Oh my God.
Online. But what Karen and Colleen could never have known is that the people behind the scam have all the markings of a violent international mafia called the Black Axe.
How about they're saying that the people behind it are this black group, but she gave $1 million, up near $1 million, everything she had, sold even her house, because they convinced her that by helping this person she had fallen in love with, that she was in trouble and she had to pay it off. I mean, I really think, and her sister kept trying to stop her, and she, was telling her it's not real, he's not real, and she insisted that he was real. But I also saw, and it was about a crime show, and it was about a brother that killed his entire family because he fell in love with an online stripper where you go in and pay money, and he kept stealing money from his family and asking for money and they finally did an intervention and put him away to get him help. When he got back out, he killed all of them.
Oh,
Over the lady he had fallen in love, and it was a scam. It was just, at least she was real. It was where he could go in and pay, and she would talk to him, and stuff like that. But he was giving her like 10, 12,000, and she was in another country. That was how much money he was giving her. Like, she was probably royalty in her country. It is crazy, the scams out here, but I think like some of these are on the level of like the person who who it happens to has a mental illness. It becomes a mental problem more than, the scamming is terrible, but it's also, it's like if you have a family member that's doing it, we need to get them mental help as much as financial help. You feel me on that?
yes, ma'am.
That's
He got help, but he was crazy, but he ended up killing them anyway.
Oh, I know. Oh, on that one, I know. But
Yeah,
I don't know why I thought about that one. Yeah, this lady, she killed herself, and her sister did everything she could to get her help. And her sister was just not having it. This guy is real to me. Now look at this one. I don't know if you've heard of this. Have you heard of this?
On his Instagram, private jets, fast cars, and throwing money into the air like confetti were only a few of the posts real estate mogul and social media influencer Hush Puppy was known for making. Little did he know, he was leaving a digital trail for all us here at the FBI, and that flaunting led us to the truth. A massive money laundering scam. In total, stolen 1.6 billion in United Arab Emirates. It's a crime that will leave you speechless. I know I was. Here's the scoop on just how he did it, what he was spending all that money on, and how he was finally caught. Sometimes things can get pretty slow here at the Federal Bureau of Investigation. I know growing up, I thought it would be like I saw in the movie.
This is crazy that they're like watching him off his Instagram page. Look, all these pictures they have. They priced out like the stuff that he was buying. And then he put a post on his birthday, and that's how they got him. But the scariest part, and he has like, when they confiscated everything, you know, it was near like $1 billion or over $1 billion. They got a place in Dubai, all his vehicles. I think he has some properties over here. He was able to develop himself into this well-known personality with millions of followers on Instagram. And
there are a lot of people like that, well-known personalities on Instagram that people are just believing and giving their money to.
Yep. And he would like use technology and interface like home closings and get people at the, say, the lawyer's office, like one example they use, and it was like $1 million closing on a house. And he told them, you know, and I've seen this also in CNBC talk about how they'll get an email, and the email that's sent to the lawyer's office for the closing is not the correct email. So the lawyer's office sends the money to the other, you know, to the other place. And that's how he would get a lot of money. And that's why his charges are money laundering. His charge is not that he has a lot. His money is how he left that digital footprint, and it all connected back to him, or an email that they connected to him. And so the Instagram, if he had not been on Instagram, this is what the FBI is saying, they would not have really been able to catch him. But he had the Instagram was connected to an email account, which was connected to some of the banking transactions.
Wow.
He didn't even know he was jacking himself up with that need to, because he didn't need, like maybe he was making some money from the Instagram, but most of it was just ego based, just showing out. He was making money because of redirecting the stuff, like, you know, of from the internet things. From those banking transactions, he was coming in between. And, you know, so that was that's something else though. But that's how a lot of people fall for that. But also they pointed out that in his country, in Nigeria, and that other group, the Black Axe group, is led back to Nigeria, and they're saying that in their country they're treated like royalty because they feel that we have too much anyway. And we have a member that went back home to his country, which is Nigeria, and he was kept in custody for 2 weeks, trying to prove to them that he wasn't the, you know, richest person in the world that they thought he was. But for 2 weeks, he was kidnapped. Isn't that something? Just because he was coming from here. I mean, they really feel like they think, you know, that we have everything. And we don't. And they but it's really frightening when they're here we go. This is how they're connecting a lot of it, and they're explaining like why so many scams are coming out of Nigeria.
Run rampant in the modern world, both in developed and underdeveloped nations. The grind to put a roof over our head and food on the table comes easily only to certain privileged populations. To those people dealt an unfavorable hand at birth, they're forced to turn to alternative means of income. Since the birth of the internet, there's a new multi-billion-dollar industry staking its claim to the game. In 2020, online scammers milked over $304 million from vulnerable Americans, and that was just in romance scams alone.
It's really more like 500 now.
World. For some, a good amount of them originate from Nigeria. As the cartels are synonymous with Mexico, online scammers in Nigeria go together like bread and butter. But why? And why are these online scammers treated like rock stars? The answer is based on many different factors. Nigeria is the most populous country in Africa and also the continent's biggest economy. However, as of 2019, roughly 40% of Nigerians live below the poverty line, making $360 a year.
A year.
Smartphone use is still considered a luxury. Currently, only around 10 to 20% of the population is using a smartphone. Those equipped with the power of a supercomputer in their hand and the need for better sources of income means that many Nigerian men turn to online scams as a means to support their families. To mask themselves, scammers will hide their IP addresses and route their connection through multiple different servers. This makes them tough to track. This is in addition to using fake personas. Most scammers really only have to hide from the FBI. The vast majority are too small for the local government to care as they have more pressing issues on hand. The money scammers can rake in far exceeds anything they'd be able to make with an honest day's work. The same can be said for anybody choosing a life of crime. Scammers, especially Nigerian professionals, are treated like stars in their hometowns and villages. And it's not like the scammers don't not get jail time in their own respective countries. Yet this doesn't stop people from going into the industry, nor does it stop the younger generation from looking up to them like rock stars. Nigerians first achieved notoriety in the early 1990s for scamming Westerners out of millions of dollars. The scams became known as 419, which is named after the section of the Nigerian Penal Code that goes after Nigerian 419 scammers were mostly uneducated criminals. The next group consisted of young, educated men, but here was the root of the problem. Even though they were highly educated, there just wasn't enough formal jobs to go around back then. Those young men were caught in an economy that was ruined by a series of military dictatorships and years of mismanagement. And with their backs up against the wall, they made the choice of going into crime. It was that or starve. They noticed educated scammers racking up the cash and decided to join them. And of course, the scammers lived it up since they're rich. So it's not that different than westernized American kids growing up seeing rap stars and YouTubers and wanting to be like them. In Nigeria, the 419 scammers were their versions. The younger generation today in Nigeria don't have quite the same economic environment, nor do they have as much pressure. But their parents and those in between still harbor that same mindset. The scams are still going today, and it's a big industry. For example, in the summer of 2019, the FBI busted one of their biggest online scam cases that amounted to over $46 million that scammers tried to steal. Many of these scammers were Nigerian, and they operated in the U.S. As other legitimate business vendors in order to get actual businesses to send them money with fake invoices. This type of scam is known as business email compromise scams.
This is sad, isn't it?
Yes.
Think about it. And that reports of money lost on romance scams increased for every age group in 2020. You know why? Everybody's in the house and people started getting, lonely.
They need to read a book.
Yeah, actually. It says people 40 to 69 were once again most likely to report losing money. Not some. We don't, a lot of people just don't report it. Just don't.
Remember I told you about the people calling me, leaving a message on my voicemail for a student loan? Okay, so now I'm getting one about it's a voicemail for the IRS, and we can call the IRS man.
Yeah, and that's what they say. Like, see, this guy is in this video. That's that same one. He's gonna be the man. Hush puppy. Nigerian internet scammers, He might as well have gone on. He might as well have gone on Instagram and said, "I'm a internet scammer." You know what I'm saying? That's how I buy all this stuff. But it's wonder to me, like, why people, all of us work hard, and then you'll see like some people who work hard and they have way more than any rational, hardworking person could have. And so many people still fall for it. No, they'll be trying to sign you up for something or get you to buy something. There's even which are scams that people have to spend money in order to get a job. They're called income scams. But they go, if you want this job, and these are one of the most frequent scams for Black people, but there's is like saying you'll have freedom, you get to work from home. Have y'all seen those? Click here to get more information about this job, and you make $3,000 a week, and only 4 hours a day and stuff like that. And
yeah, I have to come back with that a lot. So when I'm hiring people, that is kind of what I'm saying. So I have to change, like, hey, no, what, let's go through this. Let's do a video call. Let's step by step. I actually just hired 2 people. I interviewed 7 people last week. Only 2 of them actually went through the whole thing to actually get hired. And yeah, I have to suffer through that now.
Yeah.
Because it sounds really weird, and I have to address.
Yeah, or they're trying to get you, like it's some sort of call center trying to get you to hire. You know what I mean? Them. And then they'll go to, you know what I'm saying, another country and get people, and they're not really that person. That's the trip. That I know, and that's on a whole nother level where the employers are getting scammed by the person who's trying to get hired, right? Isn't real. That's
wow,
amazing. Yeah, but it's real. But we have to, like, some of the scams that I think that we need to be aware of is that there's vaccine related scams out here now.
Yeah.
This is real. Calls like the one telling you that you overpaid a bill. Text messages saying there's a package waiting for you. Click this link. Don't click the link. No. Anything, remember, anything that seems way too good to be true, it is. It is. Don't believe the hype. Some guy saying he love you. Don't believe that. I'm just joking. I'm just joking. Look, exactly. You the prettiest woman he ever seen. You know that ain't true. Exactly. I'm just joking. I'm just joking. Would it be funny? Click. What did he say? He talking about he love me and that I'm beautiful. Is he crazy? Scammer? But you've been knowing him 20 years, Mom. Well, it don't matter. Exactly. He's scamming. That's the invisible man. Don't believe it. No, but it's getting like that where people don't even know who to believe, right? But like that is
Have you ever seen the show Catfish?
Oh, right. Oh, that's outrageous. Like, I don't understand how people can go in the technology that we are.
Right.
How would you go even 2 days without front and center with that person? They say you don't even have to see them. If they like you like that, they should be at least FaceTiming. If they won't FaceTime you, then you should be afraid of what they look like. Don't worry about it. Don't even worry about it. Isn't it the truth though? Don't even worry about it. And what part of the earth are you on where you have an internet signal to type to me, but you don't have an internet signal to interface? And this lady gave up $1 million.
Oh my goodness.
And never had a live conversation with that person. Hundreds. I
I'm
know
wrong.
people that have given up like $10,000 and $20,000 for the lotto scams, saying that they were told they had to pay their taxes up front. But if you got a multi-million-dollar lotto win and they only asked you for 10 grand, they lying to you right there. That's what? Too good to be true. The taxes on $10 million is going to be a lot more than 10,000. Let me tell you.
And it will come out before you get your check.
Right?
Exactly.
Tell them just go on and pay me, and take the taxes out of that. Like one client told me, that's what she told him. I'm like, that's what you gotta tell them. I said, what in the world? But when a client told me that she had sent in $20,000, I said, oh my, I was like, would you ever send me $20,000 just because I asked? No. I said, well then, why are you doing it for the stranger?
There it is, right there.
Yeah.
I thought, oh, what's the phone number? Let's call them. So she gave me the phone number and it was 1-800. I said, well, look, you live in the state capital. The lottery is out of the state capital of Virginia. Why are you calling the 1-800 number and they talking about they with the lottery? Well, I said, well, don't worry about it. Let's call them. So we call them and there's nobody answering. I was like, that's not going to happen. She's like, oh no, what am I going to do? And then they started going into her checking account. She had to close down her checking account, turn off her phone. Oh my goodness. Woo, when you right. That's right. Mr. Johnson said writing. Where did y'all come? Y'all doing some inside chatting in there, leaving me out. What do you mean by that, Mr. Johnson?
I used to write. I mean, I write still, but I know that when I'm writing, I'm releasing a lot of energy. And when you really write, you don't necessarily have to see the person because you're really releasing an emotional attachment through your writing, and they respond back to you.
So you saying that that's what you do to the ladies? You tell them just right. We don't need to. I don't need to see. I'm just joking. He said, just write to me, Gloria. Just right. She said, no, Juan, I really need to see you. She said, no, just right. Release your emotional energy. I can see you. You'd be dangerous.
I know the rich word.
I'm just glad you on this side of the law. I'm glad you on our team.
That's right.
He had the ladies giving them all the money. Release your emotional energy and I'll talk to you tomorrow night. Right, girl. And that's something though. That's some deep stuff.
It is.
When you write, but you write because it's interesting that you said that, right? Because I was watching, my husband was watching, or it was on the television, Forrest. What was the name of that movie, baby? Finding Forrest or something like, not Forrest Gump, but it was like when it was about writing. So he was in there with the white guy and the white guy was like, right. And it was to a young black guy that lived in the hood, but this white guy is older and he was a writer. You know what I'm saying?
Sean Connery.
Yeah. What was the name of that movie?
I forget the name of the movie, but it was a very good movie.
Yeah. So he says exactly like Mr. Johnson is saying. He's so right. He was like basically telling them, release the energy. So I was sitting there working on a paper, right, for class, and I just started doing the same thing. And I know Michael's right, like, she is really writing. But it was interesting that Mr. Johnson would say that tonight because it is so true. When you write, you release energy. But you remember that scene? Oh, Mr. Jones.
Finding Forrest.
Yeah. And he's like, he was in there. He started, and he yelled at him, and then he was like, really started writing.
Yes.
So that's right. And release that energy. We all have, and then this is the part I love. He said, first write and just write. Because when you first write, you just write from your heart. Mm-hmm. And then the next time, come back and edit it. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I can relate to that. Then go back. Then I was like, yeah, that's what I'm gonna have to do. Because a lot of time, you just, especially because I'm writing for school, I feel like, when you have to do all those references and all that stuff all the time, you don't, so I was like, let me first say what I want to say, then I go find the references to back up what I said. Instead of I'm getting the references and then I'm trying to say what the reference said. You know, but that distills all of your message to you. So
and when I write, what I try to do, what I find myself doing, and I'm glad I'm hearing this, what I find myself doing, I try to edit it as I write it.
And don't do that.
Yeah.
Because Sean Connery said it. And Mr. Johnson said it.
That's right.
Yeah. Yes,
Just right. And release that energy and then you go back and edit it.
I mean,
But
think about one of those cards you get from on a special day, and it captures your emotion, and you start crying because you read it. You're like, man, I can't. You read in the card, and next thing you know, you're breaking down. Think about that.
Oh man, and the I don't know. I can totally appreciate that. I want to just write. I mean, that's crazy that you said that, King Hollis. That is like confirmation that I'm just right. Y'all wait till my next book. It's gonna be amazing. Mr. Johnson, do you have a book yet?
I'm working on it right now.
And then Mr. Jones got a book. We're gonna have our own book club up in here. I need something else. I'm gonna give him, Miss Charles, you're gonna write your book. We're gonna all write a book. We're gonna be known. I mean, because we all really do. Deborah, you're gonna write your book. We all do have something to say. Mr. Smith, you're gonna write your book. We just, but it's up to us to be. The most frightening thing that I ever did, and I know why y'all don't have a book, because I'm telling you, it is very frightening to write a book. Then you have to have people read it. Like it's frightening. It's easier to just do this video, put it out there, and don't worry about it. But there's something about the written word that I really found frightening. And I held it in for 20 years, almost 20 years. And then I, finally, I don't know, God pushed it, but it is. But we have to push past it because somebody needs to hear. Oh, Finding Forrester. That's right.
That's
Deborah.
what I said. Yeah, that's what I said.
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
I can't hear what you said. Write it. Look, write it and find yourself. No, so make sure that you go to the ftc.gov, and check that out. I will show y'all like that with the and it has scam alerts, and it's like definitely keep us. I can even let me see if it'll let me cut and paste. I'll share this with you. I was like, this is crazy. So when you get a scam, like you think that you're the only one, but it's not. Like this is happening to so many people. $500 million of like scams and fraud, romance fraud. Like, I mean, so think about how many people didn't. If everybody over the last year had reported it, what happened to them, how their money was taken. Think about how big that number would be. How much random money, how much money we just give away. How about your cousin? We should be able to report that as a scam, right? If you gave to your cousin and they didn't give it back like they promised, they scammed me. They scammed me. So how to avoid a scam, what to do if you were scammed, report fraud, scams, bad business practices. Your complaint could help the FTC. Exactly. Stop the other. Social security. These are the common ones. Social security scams. They just like, y'all just bad. Phone scams, phishing scams. That's through text or email. And they send you that. I really would like to find out why they spell phishing that way. The PH.
That's a good question, baby.
I think it's a Black thing.
Like fat. Like fat.
You see what I'm saying? Exactly. That's it. You know what I'm saying? We ain't even know. That's hidden racism right there. Exactly. hidden racism, and then unemployment scams. But I also saw that on this child tax credit, they're getting scammed on that. Like sending out stuff like, or do you qualify for the child tax credit advance? You know, where they're getting the $250 every month. That they're scamming people on that. Click here if you know, or click here if you're looking for your check. Click here. Like they just want, a lot of stuff is just to click here. People want to get your data. And so a lot of the stuff that you sign up for, you don't realize that was just a clickbait. You did exactly what they wanted you to do. Get into that, and then the amount of money, I mean, millions of dollars they make just on developing databases to give businesses leads. These are the people that responded to this clickbait for life insurance. These are the people who responded to this clickbait for child tax credit. So they'll be like, they'll start sending you things for people with children. No. Car buying scams. There was this one scam I saw a story on, and they were like offering people a job if you wrap your car, and then they'll send you the money to get the car wrapped with the stuff for the job. And then you deposit the check, and then you pay for the job to be done to the company, or to get to order your wrap, I guess. And the check is no good, but then you've given up the money. Not something. Who would do that anyway? I'd be like, look, you just buy it and I'll wait. I'm gonna send you the check, and then you can, I don't know, like a lot of stuff. A lot of us, some of the stuff that I look at, some of the things, I mean, if you just think about life in general, sometimes somebody's lying to you, but you just let them lie anyway, right?
No.
Good for you. So yeah. I think sometimes some of the scam is like, some people they don't know their safe place. Like, you know what I mean? Like there's some people that is like, it's okay, that's a safe lie. They just don't want to tell me about it. Where there's some people, you don't know them. So there's no safe lie with these people online.
Right.
There's no, you know what I'm saying? We don't have to be nice to them. We don't have to answer the phone just because it rings.
True.
It just, you know what I mean? You don't know the number. Don't pick it up.
I never do.
Exactly. Good for you.
Never do.
Good for you.
Pick it up and say, don't call here no more. I don't want it.
That's right. Say that.
Yeah. They say it's safer. Right. They say it's safer not to say anything, because once you say something, they know it's a valid number. So if you pick up, don't say anything, and then, click and hang up. You know what I mean? When they go, this is what is the one I get all the time? Your car warranty is up. Like, whatever. Blah, blah, blah. I get the car warranty all the time.
I got one this evening.
Right? You get your car warranty.
And we get them on our work phone too, like phones that nobody knows.
Oh,
like, how are they calling
man.
us about this now? Wow.
They stalking you. They stalking you. Do. You're at work now. Now you have more time to fill out the warranty forms.
Right.
But usually they pause right before you come, so you sort of know. You'll say hello, and it'll take them a minute. So if it takes them a minute, then you hang up, because you know for sure.
Exactly. Like you see it like, that space, but don't say anything. And don't, how people go and press a button thinking they hurting somebody? They say you shouldn't do that either, because then it makes it a valid number too. And they'll just keep.
I never pick it up. If somebody called me from a number I do not know, you have to leave me a message.
Yeah.
If you don't leave me a message, I'm done. It's good.
Yeah.
It's good.
It was probably a good idea to get on the do not call list, but I don't know West.
It don't work. It don't work.
Yeah, I was about to say like,
it does not work.
It's like which do not call. Like, you know what I'm saying? You see me get on the do not call it. Like, it wouldn't be something like if we go to the internet and click do not call list, right? And then when we get on it, they ask for name, social. Would there be some address?
Boom.
Oh Lord.
Boom.
And people sign up for it. Like, I'd be like, what? Well, I signed up for the do not call list. It was like, well, was it a government site or something like this? Like,
You done gave somebody an idea now, JB.
yeah, you gave them everything.
And I want to say, when I signed up for the do not call list, it was like 3 years ago. And that, I want to say it worked for like 7 to 9 months, and then it started right back up again.
Yeah, it probably has like a look. Then you called your girlfriend and go, "What's up, girl? I ain't talking to you. I was talking about everybody else." Like, what's up? I ain't heard from you for 6, 7 months. Look, she was like,
"You're terrible, baby. You're terrible."
She was like, "Well, I called and say you do not call this." Wouldn't that be terrible? Like your whole phone is blocked. No, it does happen to me one time. Like that, I was going through a breakup, and that and I said I was on YouTube, and he went on there and he said, "I just don't understand why you not calling me back. I keep texting you and da 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 da." And I was like, "What are you talking about?" And I had to delete it. And then he said, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I blocked you, and I forgot that I blocked you."
Oh my God.
Now that was funny. I was like, I mean, he felt so stupid. Because I'm like, "What are you talking? Oh, so you can't call?" I'm like, "You all up on see? That's why." Or YouTube trying to embarrass somebody. You know what I'm saying? I can delete it, but it is funny. If you don't, you better keep up with your social media. Look, you get on social media, you better live right. I tell you.
That's true.
They will stalk you. You know what I'm saying? Live right. My husband don't have to worry. It's like it's like my wife don't have no choice. She gotta live right. Yes, indeed, baby. Indeed. But let's look at the so don't forget ftc.gov is a good resource for us. And then the last one I want to read, this was just come out recently, and I kind of shared that with you on the last time. I know y'all are like, "Lord, if she sends out one more," what does this say? FTA post to authorize. Poised to authorize a third, a booster shot. Pfizer just loving life. And they look at this. AARP report reveals 40% of Black and Latino adults have been targeted by scams. 40%.
Especially elderly people.
They after us. I know. And so lonely. I think I told y'all about that one time. We had that member, and when COVID was it was like probably last summer or something. And this guy came in and got her to make this major move with her money, and she was really excited about it. And I was like, no. It was a bad mistake for her as far as liquidity and access to her money. But she didn't realize what she was doing. And it was like almost a $500,000 mistake.
Wow.
So I called, but there wasn't nobody else. He was walking around. This was before the vaccine. He coming in our house and everything. I was like, "You let this man in your house?" He said, "Well, blah, blah, blah." And I never saw, but I was thinking he was probably handsome too.
And talk nice. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She was real lonely. So I had to make a lot of calls, and it probably frightened her a little bit. But when she heard, what was happening, and then she's like, "Thank you so much." And I don't think she'll ever do that again. But the bad part about it was that he tried to force the business through, even though I told them to stop. The client did not realize what she was doing. don't do anything farther. He called right after that, which was and said, go ahead and process it, you know. But we had already put it in writing by then, thank God. And I was like, and we're like 6-7 states apart. Like, you know, it was scary. It was scary. And I was like, calm down, it's gonna be all right. But a lot of this stuff, like if you know, if it had gone too far, it's really hard to prove. Like another member was saying today, her parents purchased something and now they don't want it. You know, and then you're trying to convince them on why I don't want it. You know, and then they're saying, well, nah, we can't, you know, you have to get it. You know, no, I don't have to get it. I'm called, no, I don't want it. It's really sad, but you have to stand up. You have to stand up. You have the right to make a mistake. Give me my money back.
And you have the right to change your mind.
Yes. And a lot of scams, right? A lot, you have the right to change your mind. Indeed, Mr. And a lot of the scams are with like people saying they're going to come back and do some work at your house.
Oh yeah.
And then you give them the money and then they never come back. That looks like one of our members, Miss Hodge, to me. That's funny. Wouldn't that be something if it's her?
You don't give your money up front when you have some work done.
Yeah, but you know they all want that 50% deposit.
That might be true, but heck, you gotta start working for me.
It is good for you. And
let me tell you what they tried to do on my Medicare. Called me and said, "Well, we're going to replace your Medicare card." It's okay. Go ahead and send it out. Well, no, you go get your card and read the numbers off. I said, hell no. If you already got it.
The phone said, click up.
If you got my information, send the card. Well, we're not going to send the card. I said, well, I just don't have one there.
Exactly. Exactly. Click. You should have. I wish I had that recording. I saw this video today, and this guy, it was called How to Handle Scam Callers. And it was like him, he was acting like he was his wife, and his wife wouldn't give him the credit card. He was like, they were asking for his credit card number, and he was like, she won't give it to me. And she was like, no, you can't have it. You know what I'm saying? It was like he was doing his own voice. But I would love that, King Alice. Like, you go, what it look? Hells to the nah.
If you got my information already,
exactly.
Send it to me.
Exactly.
Don't go ask me to read some numbers off. I am not reading any numbers off.
Exactly.
To me.
Exactly.
That's right.
We need to. I know. Look. Wouldn't it be funny? He'd be like, "Hold on," and then he start playing Bishop Bullwinkle. Let the song play all the way out. Hello. They was like, God. You heard what he said, didn't you? That was funny. Y'all crazy. But this AARP commercial, article is good, and I'll share one more time, and but you can definitely check it out. And then it says scams are different depending on race. That's what the studies found. And Black women and men are typically targeted with lottery and work from home scams, as well as fake job postings, COVID-19. This is this week. This is this month. Like, this is like, what was that, yesterday?
Yeah.
This came out. COVID-19 stimulus payments and romance scams. Because we romantic people. And Latino adults are targeted with grandparent. They can't try that on Black grandparents. Nah, Jimmy, you're going to have to get out of jail on your own.
Put some money on your books.
Exactly. I told your spoiled tail, stay out of jail. Call me when you get out. Click. Exactly. Latino adults are targeted with grandparent and utility payment scams, as well as government and work-related scams. Like, I don't know who they getting with the romance scam, because I'm telling you, Black woman ain't sending no money in. She like, look,
Black men do.
you know, that must be it. Yeah.
Because my uncle's telling me in California, this man, he has a girlfriend in the Philippines that he's never seen. He sends her money.
Wow.
He ain't got no girlfriend.
I know of a case where a guy was sending money to the Philippines, took money from his mother and sent to the Philippines. Sure did. I wanted to jump on him myself, and it wasn't my money.
Oh my goodness.
I know, that's right.
I mean, I'm telling you, I never thought about that, but that is exactly what it is. Because I have met Black men with like women overseas. You know,
they think they have women overseas.
That's true, but she's always good to him.
Because she doesn't talk back like y'all Black women do.
Exactly. She's sweet and she appreciates it. Look, and it really probably don't take that much. He might send her like $100 a week and she happy. You know what I'm saying?
And the good news, here's the best part. She's invisible.
Hey man, and she's invisible. He ain't got to worry.
No,
he
but
ain't got to worry.
This guy sent $5,000 over there plus.
Oh,
he tripping.
Well, like I said.
What do you say to a person to get that? I mean,
exactly.
Wow.
You no. You do like Mr. Johnson said. You right.
Wow.
Look, she's right. She can't even hardly speak English, but she's trying her best. No.
Right. That's right.
She's right. She said, yeah, she always writes the right thing. Says it from her heart. Look, and then she cut and paste and send it to the other guy.
Look, I love you is very powerful.
What'd you say?
I love you is very powerful.
I know that's true. That's enough. That's enough for some people. And some people really, isn't that sad though? Like there was an interview I saw and these guys were saying, these African men were talking about how they make money on the internet and all they are is just nice. And I just ask her how she's doing and ask her, you know, and just say nice things to her, you know. It was like, and that's all, you know. And then they do it for a living. But right here in America, that one young man was telling me about, where they hire men to just talk to women on the telephone. Here, this is a guy in Miami was talking about it. That they just give them conversation.
Well, some people are lonely and that's all they want.
That's all they want.
Wow.
Yeah.
You talk about entrepreneurship?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. But I'm definitely, you know, through COVID, you know, I'm sure that the demand for that, you know, definitely increased a lot. But the you know, just conversation. A lot of people didn't have anybody to talk to. You know, every day I thanked God. I was like, I just thank God that I'm in love, that I have, you know what I mean, that I have Michael loving us, protecting us, you know, during this time. We can't take anything for granted.
True.
So yeah, and
That's
when I see it, it's like, oh, like I joke on it, but you also have to wonder, like, how lonely could a woman be that she would give up her entire life savings for the possibility of love?
Well, Dr. Phil had a show not too long ago like that. This woman, she had sent, I think, 5 figures.
Yep. And that's why you see that.
And she really never saw the man.
Yeah. She just wanted that chance. And you see that there's so much more. It lets you know how little value money really carries. You know, because it's just like, I don't care about the money. I want him to be okay. Like they were like, he's not safe. He's, you know, so and so. And then the guys that send the money, the same thing. They just want to be appreciated.
And the children was trying to tell her mother that that is a scam. Oh no, he said he loved me. We're gonna be together.
And he's there. That's why a lot of women like people that are in prison, because he's there.
And the prisoners can lay out some poems.
Yeah, right. They do what Mr. Johnson said. They write.
They can.
That's right.
They can build a love story.
They write. That's right. That's right. I know this one lady, she married a man in prison. She waited for him a really long time. And when he got out, he left her for someone else. It was really sad.
She fulfilled his needs and
the new one. Yeah, the new one. Yo. That's you just never, you know what I mean? Love is something. But I'm gonna tell you that it's there's real love out here and it's free. But you can't get it, free. We just can't give up on it. I'm starting my Afro Economics Love Connection and it's gonna be free.
All right now.
So your theme song should be "Ask for the Simpson, don't cost you nothing."
Don't cost you nothing. Exactly. It's what you. Yeah. It's gonna be. I don't know, but I do like feel we're going towards a special time in the world. And intangibles are becoming so much more important, things that you can't buy. And I worry about, when they were telling the story about why Nigerian people are more likely to do the scams and are doing the scams because their country doesn't have a lot of money and they feel like they don't have any choice because they want to become a rock star, and people with money become rock stars. I think that we need to be careful with that, and because we're, as COVID continues, I believe we are going to see an economic slowdown, and people are not going to have, mercy on our country because we're seen, as, the United States and everything is so much better for us. But I believe that in our communities, many of our communities, we have that same challenge, that they don't feel like they have options. They don't feel like they have a way out. They don't. And that's why through all of this, I've always encouraged us to avoid being materialistic, avoid spending any money unnecessarily, avoid the scams, avoid being misled. Let's go back to the organic, the natural, the real, the priceless stuff.
Amen.
Oh man. And then we won't, because it's and keep your family there. As everybody's kind of in like this celebratory mode right now, because they're not paying any bills. A lot of people not paying their rent. They're not worried about it right now, and this and that. And help them get out of that mode. I don't think we need to be celebrating. This is a time of famine. This is a time of a challenge. Don't believe the hype. We need to be getting ourselves strong. We need to be building strength right now.
Facts.
Really do. We really do. So I'm just a call away at 1-844-JB-Bryan, jb@jbbryan.com. And Friday morning is members only. We'll do our top 10 things that I think we need to move forward each week. We'll have new top things to talk about. And and then Friday afternoon is our business network. In September, that second Wednesday of September, after the holidays, I want to feature our entrepreneurs on a Wednesday night, bring them in as panelists, people that have been doing this business network, and then Miss Rosita Galloway is going to be doing health tips on not this Friday, but the Friday after that. In the because every Friday I want a member to share, and not on our 9 a.m. And so instead of going around the room and like, oh, I'm so and so, oh, I'm so and so, like, and all of that, it'll take the whole time. So let's just slowly get to know each other. So Keith Smith spoke last week. He happens to be a realtor, but he's a really nice person. Y'all need to know that. One Friday, it might be Mr. Jones, and he might speak one Friday. It might actually be my husband. Wouldn't that be something? To actually get Michael Robinson to talk.
Mike.
You got it covered.
We got it covered. Yeah, right. Wouldn't it be funny though if he was trying to talk? I was like, Michael's gonna talk today, and the whole time I talked, it'll be funny. Y'all be like, let him talk. I'll be like, no. I would not. I'm gonna let him talk. Just like I'm gonna let Miss Galloway talk. And I'm gonna let Mr. Jones talk on his week. And one day, even Sadie White is going to share.
No, I have to be off. And right now I'm scheduled all Fridays.
She scared me. You scared me. You're gonna be off every Friday?
Yes, they've scheduled me to be off on Mondays and Tuesdays.
Oh, you mean you working on Fridays?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay. Oh, no.
Yeah.
We'll figure something else out. You can send us a pre-recorded message like you a rapper. Wouldn't it be funny, a pre-recorded message from his wife? I just want to say thank you for today's time. Yeah.
I can say that now.
I know, that's right. No, we need video, we need pictures and all of that. Everybody, and then also know on Fridays, it's all about the cameras. It's all about us getting comfortable on camera, so that if you do meet someone online, you're ready. I'm just joking off with you. No, but I do think that there's going to be so much that's going to be done online that we do need to encourage each other to become more and more confident with that.
Absolutely.
Front and center.
Facts.
Right?
Absolutely.
I mean, it's major. How many of y'all do business? Even Mr. Johnson teaches firearm training, and he does it online. A lot of the classroom work, correct?
Absolutely.
So, and doesn't it add to it when your students actually have their camera on?
It does. Matter of fact, I demand the cameras on because I want to make sure I'm talking to the person.
Wouldn't it be funny if you pulled your gun out on him? Turn the camera on. That's not even funny. You are stupid, Mr. Jones. Well, wouldn't it be funny? I'll shoot you. Turn the camera on. First lesson: don't put a gun on anybody unless you'll shoot them. Shoot them. I will shoot you. Look.
Oh my God. The visuals.
Isn't that one of the things y'all tell people? Don't put it out, don't pull it. He'd be like, I don't know what TV show you heard that on, JB. Is that true, though? Only pull a gun on if you're going to shoot it.
Absolutely.
I love it.
There's no such thing as warning shots. No warning shots. If you're going to pull out, you can't scare anybody. If you're going to pull out, you're going to use it.
Did you see that brother from Virginia that did warning shots and almost killed his kid, ricocheted and shot his wife?
Oh my God.
He should be in jail. Yeah.
And he's not in jail. They acquitted him. He was a military retired Marine.
That's
and
right.
went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, I said 1, 2, 3. Oh, I did, whatever. But he shot 5 shots. That was crazy. And one of them,
he was a Marine.
Did y'all see that? Have you heard that? He was from Richmond, Virginia.
That explained that he was a Marine.
Yeah, he was a Marine.
Is something wrong? I don't know whether anyone is a Marine on this call, but Marines have a different mentality.
Yes, we do.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
But I mean, King Hollis, he knew better, correct?
Yes, he should have known better.
That's what they, to me, he should have got a murder charge or at least manslaughter because he was a Marine. This man was like it's a very accomplished shooter. He had like 5 or 6 guns in the house. He knew exactly the risks that he was taking. And they were only having like an argument. Like it wasn't like, you know what I'm saying? That he caught her with somebody or anything like that. He said he just wanted her to shut up. So he shot it up. And the only charge that he got was child endangerment because it went close to his child's crib. But it ricocheted and shot that woman.
He meant to shoot her. He meant to shoot her.
Yeah. I know. They're black. He was black. Okay. But this is why he got away with it, because she was black too. It's sad, but it's true. I don't think they would have seen it the same way, you know. But that, I mean, I was like, whoa. But he was like, he's out now. Of course, he got was like time served for the child endangerment and has custody of the children. And he said that he wants his rights back to get his guns again. Look, he could be watching me right now. Look, I'm not talking about you. I am not talking about you. I am not talking about you. I mean, I'm with you. No. Let me take it back. You gotta be careful who you talking about. He be coming around me, be coming 40 shots. His whole family's afraid of him. Like, he need to do some firearm training if he ever gets his license back. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna tell him, I'm gonna send him to Mr. Johnson. Learn how to do it properly, brother.
Well, you know, most military guys, when they come back from overseas, they do need some training because they're taught to kill. And when you're in in America, you're supposed to be trained to stop the threat. So the language is different. The language is different. So, and then they need to be, look, a lot of military guys are not familiar with the guns per se. Don't think that all military guys know guns. That's not the case. I know quite a few that don't know what they're doing with their gun.
That's a good
They haven't had guns for so long. They need a refresher course. So
that's so true. That's a good point. That's a good point. Yeah. We do work under that assumption. We do.
Yeah.
But you're right. They might have done it like in basic training and never had to do it again.
Yeah, a lot of them. And the government make provisions for them where they can have the gun because they were in the military if they left in good standing. But I always tell the guys from the military, look here, what do you know about the laws? Well, that's when you had a gun. Because they can just present their DS-14 and get access to the gun.
Wow.
Just like that, without no training. And I always tell them, no, you don't want to do that.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Good for you. Because literally everything in life, especially something like a weapon, we really should be excited about learning more. That's why I like it.
I would have to say this. I have to disagree with him to a certain point because of the fact that the average weapon that we had, even in the National Guard, we went to training every year. We went to the firing range every year. And you were going to learn about that weapon. And when I was in basic at Paris Island, there were several weapons that you had to learn how to use. You really had to do that. So as far as going to the range is concerned, that was a yearly thing to keep you abreast of that weapon.
But some of them probably going to that range was it. I mean, because I can personally say, I mean, when y'all know, I could go to the range. I could go to the range every week, like I used to go every week, and I still don't know what I'm doing.
But see, we had a PMI there to teach you about that weapon.
To keep, I did private lessons, but I'm gonna tell you, Michael will tell you, she does not know what she's doing.
No, I wouldn't.
Oh, he's so sweet. Behind my back, he would tell you she does not know what she's doing.
Mr. I have a question for Mr. Johnson.
I have an answer for you.
Okay. With your service loan on fire training, I'm assuming based on what I saw on your website, the shooting ranges I've been to in the past, I didn't have to bring my weapon, but with yours, I would have to bring my own weapon, correct?
No, I got guns.
Oh, okay.
And you can rent the guns from that facility. If you have one, bring it. If you don't, bring get your gun. Depending on what you want to shoot. What you want to shoot? Handgun or shotgun or assault rifle? What do you want?
Okay, and I also had a question about, and the gentleman answered me last week, and I haven't gotten back to him yet. But I had a question about the location of where you're located at, because it wasn't on the website. But he did answer me. So you have different locations, right?
We're in Fort Washington, but we do the training at the Upper Marlboro facility, Maryland Small Arms. But we're not limited to just that area. I mean, we get people who want to go to range in Virginia, DC, Maryland. A lot of times we don't disclose where we're going.
I got you.
For privacy reasons. But yeah.
Exactly. Because they don't want to know, because I might be there and you don't want people just driving up because they want to see me. You know, like JB Bryant's going to be there, right, Mr. Johnson? He can't make it public. Yeah. Like, oh, yeah. We have to
I love you, JB. I love
exactly.
you,
We
JB.
to be private. Exactly. This whole discussion should be private, actually. Look. Keep it private.
If you go to my page, Juan J. Johnson, you'll see that I was actually at the range on today. Last couple of days I've been at the range. You'll see videos. I normally post every now and then when I go to the range. And so one of my students, he just bought a Ruger 380. He wanted to break it in, and we broke it in today.
I have a Ruger, but it's not a 380. But I wanted so King Hollis told me, like, you know, you should get a Smith & Wesson. I did want a Smith & Wesson, but they were sold out.
Okay.
I forgot what, but yeah, it's a Ruger or something, but I like it. I'm glad.
Yeah.
So Mr. Johnson, your website, your email is what? Say it again, please.
It's still loanwithfirearm.com. Loanwithfirearm.com.
But you said Juan J. Johnson at something?
Yeah, well, my government name, the name my mama gave me, is Juan Johnson. Okay. You can see, you can pull up my page and you'll see me there.
Gotcha.
And type it in.
Yeah, let me type it in.
Miss Rosita's like wants to type it in exactly. See, I can see everybody. You're gonna have couples night. We all gonna be there.
We all gonna be there.
Exactly, Mr. Jones. You everybody gotta bring somebody. Aunt Gloria coming too. Exactly. And gonna bring King Hollis. He gonna regulate. He gonna be the overseer.
I have a question. To ask. To Mr. Johnson, would he recommend someone who is afraid of guns to take a course and purchase a gun?
Absolutely. You want to take a course because you want to get rid of that fear and replace it with some confidence. And watch this. The challenge with us is this. When you don't know the history of things, it remains a mystery. But when you know the history, you remove the mystery. We don't have a historical perspective on guns. We can't identify the parts. We don't know how to hold it. So you're afraid of it. But once you know just both the fundamentals, you'll be able to identify it, you'll be able to recite it, and you'll be able to execute.
That's right. She won't be afraid. I can see you now with a Uzi or something.
Oh no.
I would like strap. Like she gonna need something with a strap. Like that. I can see that. That's you with the long strap around and the like a rifle with a strap.
No.
Do it. Rosita Rose. I'm gonna pick out guns. I'm gonna pick out guns for y'all. Like I'm gonna tell y'all what y'all are. Bonita is a revolver. She like me with 357s. And it's what you would, yeah, you definitely. Miss Davis. I don't know, Miss Davis. Miss Davis. Oh my goodness. She's going crazy. Oh my goodness, Weta. I'm sorry. I know you were like, JB, if you don't open my mic. I thought about you, sis. Miss Davis, what's that you got over there? We'll get you up here in Maryland. She got everything. Miss Davis got about, yeah, I've never seen a girl with so many guns.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
How many? What
Am
you
I
got?
in here? Wait, you hear me?
Yes, indeed.
Yes,
okay.
Miss Davis.
Yeah, Davis been out here partying. Davis was off the clock tonight. So that's why Davis wasn't on the Zoom call. But now let me give you the rundown, girls and boys. And
that's right.
All right. So this is what I have. I have 2 ARs. I have a 6-hour. All right, a 6. Y'all forgive me. I'm a little bit tapped out. All right. I got a 6 sour. I have a 223. Both of us chambered 223 and 556. So oh shucks. Let me move on to my lever gun. So I got a lever Henry Boy 55. Well, no, lever Henry Boy 45 long coat. 45 long coat.
We need visuals.
Well,
Mr. Johnson knows what these are. I don't know, but I know you got like them big ones. I know she got like the machine gun looking things.
Well, yeah. those are the AR-15.
The ARs, those are the ARs.
Yeah. Now,
oh my goodness.
So the 45 long coat is not a defense gun. It's kind of like a hunting gun. You know, it's not defense because you got to drop that lever and pull it back up. Well, you drop the lever, by the time you click, you've been knocked on clean on off. That's more like a hunting kind of gun. Now, the 6-hour AR-15s, y'all done asked me the wrong thing. I've been out partying and I can't put my head.
It's all right, Miss Davis. It's all right, Miss Davis.
I think I can't believe you. You've been out there like that.
Well, I had a day off and I don't get very many. And that's why I didn't come online tonight because I was listening, but I said, oh, don't come online. Don't ask no questions.
Is this what like a 6? Is this what a 6-hour mean? Which one did you say? This right here.
Can you see it, Miss Davis?
I showed them to y'all online. So y'all got to catch me when I'm straight.
Oh, I said like this. Looks like a 9mm. I don't know.
No.
Is your 6-hour a pistol?
Oh no, ma'am. This AR.
Oh, like these are pistols. I have a yeah. And I have to look through the thing, but Mr. Johnson and King Hollis would know. Like, where she go?
Wait, when I come back on and I'm a right frame of mind, y'all have to ask me then. But this is a bad night to ask me no kind of questions that I can't answer them.
Yeah, you leave them guns alone because you sound like you look. Yeah, you leave them guns alone tonight. But sound like you a little tipsy there. Yeah, you leave them alone.
I can't tell you.
Y'all leave her alone, about. I wish we could see it, right, Mr. Richardson? Lord, that's like.
I see it. I hear that slurred speech.
Let me tell you something. I can barely right now tell you what my name is.
Yeah. It sounds like you slurring in words. Leave them going alone there, baby. Yeah, leave them going alone, baby.
He said leave the gun alone. That's right, Mr. Richardson. Wow. You know who this is, Mr. Richardson? That time when you said what to do to somebody and then she, you know what I mean? This is.
Yeah, that's why I jumped. That's why
you know who it is, exactly.
Yeah, when I said, when we were talking about the police, they take one hour, we take 2 of theirs.
And there it is, right there. That's right.
Y'all are just bad. Y'all just bad, but I love you. I just want to be in the trenches with you. You know,
All right. Wait.
take my soldiers
Okay,
with
here
me.
we go. Springfield Saint 556, Chamberlain 223 and 556, Springfield Saint.
Mm.
And the other one,
Mhm.
6 hour M400 tread.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, M400 shred 6 hours. Now those are manufactured guns or weapons, but the people I shoot with, they have built their own.
No, we got our own. We built it on. I gotta get you a, when you come out, you're gonna have a new place now. You got Lone Wolf now on the East Coast. And
Okay, East Coast.
And Lone Wolf is gonna come down there and do things when you go to Atlanta, right, Mr. Johnson? You're gonna be
Absolutely.
y'all gonna be all over, and you already got somebody, Miss Davis. She's the person to know. She is
All
the
right,
person to know.
And here's what forgive me, y'all caught me at Nara, but I'm an old country girl, so guns
That's right.
are not anything new to me.
There you go.
Been dealing with this stuff for a long time. Anyway.
Like Sadie White, same way. See, same way.
Okay. We all together.
See,
We all together.
JB, stop.
You and Sadie probably went to school together.
Probably did. Ain't no telling.
Exactly.
Miss Davis, I got a question for Miss Davis. I was gonna when you showed us the two of your favorites. I'm assuming those are two of your favorites, right? I said to myself, she must have been part of Black Panthers back in the day. But you
don't tell them. Don't tell them. Don't tell them.
Don't tell me.
Don't tell them.
Okay.
She can't tell you on an open mic. They might be looking for her.
All right.
Look, don't be like that guy. With that guy on the thing. Don't be getting on here, getting all excited because you're intoxicated. Don't tell him nothing.
That's true.
Right.
I was just asking the question. If you don't want to answer, you don't have to.
Let me say it this way, Mr. Jones. My name really is Wheeler Davis.
Uh-oh.
And my cousin probably could have been Angela Davis back at that time if you can piece it all together. You got it.
I ain't even think about that. I ain't even think about that.
I'll take that.
Angela Davis, and I got, an afro and it's gray now. So
wow.
Put it all together.
You right. You right.
I got you, sis.
You right.
All right, there we go.
I love it. I love it.
People.
Oh, we're so blessed,
And all people, that's right.
Oh, yes. Well, I can't wait till Friday morning to see y'all again, if not before. I look forward to it. And I think some of us have meetings tomorrow. Let's do that too. And thank you all. The bottom line on these scams is we're going to keep our eyes open, our heart open, our mind open. You know what I mean? Don't anything that sounds too good to be true typically is. Keep it real. Don't pick up the phone if you don't know the caller, unless you feel like it, and then hang up, unless you just in that mood. But don't worry about being rude. Hang up the phone and don't click on anything. That's my philosophy. When it says click here, I just don't click. I don't care if it's from a cousin. Don't click. Only click if it's from me. I'm sure you look. Right. Now, if I send you a click here, but at least you do know the email, so, but only respond to things and people that you know. Be safe. Talk to you all.
Mr. Johnson, post the information you just left again one more time for me, because I didn't get it. I'm looking in the chat thread and I don't see it. The J. Johnson.
Yeah, Juan J. Johnson. You can't miss me. I got locks and I have like a fluorescent shirt. That's my face for Juan J. Johnson. You can't miss me.
You have locks in your hair like a fluorescent shirt. Is that what you just said? No, I'm just playing.
Exactly. You silly. I know that's why you think Mr. Jones is like 10 years old. Who's that little boy? She playing. He in high school. He too young. He can't have it.
Exactly. But I definitely want to contact you.
Okay.
Fantastic. Oh, we got it. Yeah, done. It's done.
It's done.
I look forward to seeing y'all faces on Friday. Thank you so much for your time. Check out ftc.gov in the scam alerts section. Let's keep our head up. Stay positive.
Thank you for the information
best.
tonight, JB. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Best is yet to come. Love y'all. Good night.
All right.
Love you.
Good night.
Love y'all
Good
too.
night. Good night.
night.
Good night.
fam.
Good night.
Good
Thank
night.
you. Good night now. Good night, King Hollis. I'm so glad you're doing better. Makes my day just to hear your voice.
Thank you.
So good. Nah, you sound great. You sound great.
Thank you for being concerned.
It's a blessing. You're a blessing.
Thank
Good
you.
night now.
Good
All
night.
right. Good night now. Oh, so good.